congratulations, first of all, for your first feature documentary that, I mean, that wasn't the plan, but the universe had something else in store for you and a lot of the personalities in the film.
Yeah, for a whole country, unfortunately.
So tell me about how this originally started as the idea of a short film and how you found out about these enthusiasms for skiing.
Yeah, so, I'm a outdoor adventure filmmaker. So I've largely focused on skiing and I've been to amazing mountains around the world filming ski films and other outdoor adventure films. And, I'd certainly heard about Afghanistan ski culture, and the Afghan Ski Challenge is actually a pretty famous event. So we decided to go over there and kind of try to figure out a story about it. And pretty much immediately on arriving, I could tell that there was going to be an amazing story there because the people that we met, the villagers who were skiing up these mountains in the right in their backyards, I mean, it was just incredible, and they were so warm and so welcoming. And we immediately got into the mountains with them and started to figure out what it was like to ski in their backyard, and it was very much a treat. And the story unfolded through there. We found these amazing characters who kind of introduced us to the rivalry story that we ended up investigating. So that was the first half of things, and then we came back with an amazing film, and we were working on that film, and then in 2021, Afghanistan collapsed, and we had to kind of rebuild that film from the ground up, looking at things from a very different perspective, I would say.
First of all, we kind of like give they warm us up our heart actually with their stories and how they're just genuinely just looking to escape a little bit of life and have a moment of fun and you know making these skis with like wooden planks, just what they find and just to make it happen for a little fun and escape.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that's why I just honestly fell in love with this film and this culture, and why it's taken 5 years to make. I wanted to really do it justice because, like I said, I have made ski films everywhere, and I have done a lot of work for various major ski brands and Vail Resorts and like all these things, but I had never seen a ski culture and a culture that was so excited about winter in the mountains like I experienced there. And just the fact that, they were building their own equipment, very few resources, no ski lifts, but they were so passionate about this sport, this activity that was new to them, that was only been around for about 10 years, that they would do whatever they could to find a way to make it happen, was just really inspiring for me, from maybe coming from a jaded world of like, well, we've got all our Gore-Tex and all our ski lifts and all our things that make, it's expensive. It's like skiing is a privileged sport really in the US, and to find these people who are just making it happen on their own pure ingenuity was really incredible. And so it was just an honor to be able to dig into that and figure out, how they did it.
The part that I was just that also was just opened up that empathy feel was the aftermath when the politics came in, like you said, the falls of the Taliban and how everything was going on. And if I'm not mistaken, is it correct that some of these characters reached out to you?
Yeah, so obviously the collapse of Afghanistan was a trying time for just so many people, and there are a lot of filmmakers like ourselves who, who would relationships with their subjects, and we're trying to get them out, and so many people from all walks of life were trying to get their friends out of Afghanistan. So when the collapse, and just before, when the Taliban started to take over, we received a lot of messages and texts from the people we'd been documenting, saying like, "Hey, is there anything that you can do? Is there anything that any way you might be able to help us?" And so it really just unfolded in a when I think back on it now, it's just hard to believe. But for over a month, we were deeply involved in trying to get subjects out, and then friends of subjects, family of subjects, and kind of just like go, eventually we were really trying to help out people that we hadn't even necessarily met. But at that point, we built a network where we might be able to offer something, we might be able to help. So my producer Katie Stjernholm really spearheaded that amazing effort, and I think it was the ultimate producing effort of her life. And ultimately, we were able to get out some of the female skiers and some of the members of the Bamyan ski community, amongst others, which is probably the greatest honor of our lives, to be able to help in that way, amongst many others. So Yeah, it was an extremely trying time, and it's obviously like Alishah's experience and so many other people's experiences from that time are just really difficult and traumatic. And so after that event, we went to Alishah and said, "Hey, could you find a way to help us put this experience that we were all working through, we were all trying to put some sense around? Is there any way that you can help us find some perspective for this and help us finish this story now with this kind of new ending?"
That's amazing. So your film, it takes place in different locations.
Well, yeah, so there's Bamyan, which is this amazing town in central Afghanistan, up in the Hindu Kush Mountains, uh, and that initially was the only location. And then after the collapse of Afghanistan, when Ali Shah became a refugee, he first went to Italy and then he went to Germany, and so we documented his life in a small town on the border of the Czech Republic, and um, which is also, a bit of it's not in the mountains itself, but it's nearby some ski hills. So there was a little bit of overlap between the two environments.
The film is named the Champions of the Golden Valley, but I love how there's a little bit of the narrating towards the end talking about what is a champion. And
Mm-hmm.
that was so heartwarming, saying something about being a champion is also the kind of like the lead leader of a family, different definitions. So what do you hope people take away from watching this film when it comes to kind of relating to their own version of being a champion in their life?
Yeah, yeah, I really like that question, and that was very much something we were thinking about as we were editing the film. But the I kind of look at the film as this slow redefinition of the word champion, because at the start of the film, champion is like, okay, who can win this ski race? Who can win this rivalry contest, and who can be like rise above the rest to be.
Yeah, right away we're thinking competitive, right?
Yeah, and there's like classic sports rivalry vibes. There's these rocky kind of sort of feelings to the story. But I think at the end of the film, I really hope the audience can can kind of look at what a champion is in a new way. And a champion isn't necessarily like being better than the others, but it's the champion is a leader, and it's who can raise up not just themselves, but their whole community or their whole family, or their whatever that community is. If it's a family, a village, a city, and Afghanistan itself, like that's what a champion is really. It's people who can work together to inspire others and to help raise them up and to make their lives better. So that's, I think, the core message at the end of the film, and that's who I think Ali Shah proves to be, and within the context of the film. So yeah, it's a really fun. For me, the film is very much an exploration of what that is, what it means to be a champion.
Feedback have you received from some of these people that were involved in the film and see their story?
Oh, it's great. I wish I could share it with you now, but the some of the subjects, Mushtaba and Hussein Ali, they got to see the film back in March, and they sat and got some popcorn and sat down and watched it, and I think they were just thrilled to like see their story on the big screen. They're really, I hope and I think that they're honored to be able to see their community and their efforts in skiing shown in such a positive and inspiring light. And I really think also that they hope, and when we were there, actually, they told us that their one wish for this film would be to help get ski equipment for their community in Afghanistan. And that still is their hope. So that they're hoping that if you go to our website, championsofthegoldenvalley.com, you can find out ways to donate to the community and hopefully provide new ski gear, supplies to build wooden skis, and basically to like help foster this ski community there in Bamyan to keep it going. And I think everyone's there is really excited about the opportunities this film might have to kind of help out what they're trying to do. Maybe even one day they might get a ski lift there if all goes well.
Well, putting it in the universe is a start.
We take it.
And people are going to be watching, right? June 9th?
Yeah, June 9th is our world premiere at Tribeca. We're extremely excited. We've got some special guests coming, and it should be a really, really great crowd. So please do come along if you're available. We got a June 9th screening, a June 11th screening, and a June 16th screening at Tribeca, and then we're also simultaneously playing at DC Docks down in Washington DC. So on June 14th. So a lot going on this coming week, and we're really excited to just start sharing this film with the world.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Ben, for your time. Congratulations on your film, and I'm sure you're going to be making a lot many more full-length films.
We'll take a little breather and before the next one, but yeah, we're excited to dig into some more stories. So thank you very much, Nancy. Appreciate
Okay,
the
you're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
great day.